Hi, welcome to today's session. My name is Nick, and at times people find it difficult to express themselves, and I want you to know that this is a safe, good space to feel comfortable, so you shouldn't stress yourself about today's session. You can give me an answer to each question in the session comfortably without hesitation. Our session should help us get some background on what concerns you now and how we can help you further. Everything that we'll talk about here is confidential unless I think you or others are at risk, then I might have to report it. In case you have any questions which you may forget later, or there is something which you want to clarify as you progress through this interview, feel free to ask.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
To start, let me ask you what seems to have led you here today. I mean, what has happened and what is happening, and how has it been impacting you?
I have been feeling quite stressed in my day-to-day life, most importantly when juggling between work and family. In recent times, it seems as if I'm running around like something to fix, to patch up, or to sort out. But I can actually point out is that I get easily discouraged and small chores accumulate, which make things even worse.
Sure, I can hear how much everything is burdening you at the moment. When were first the emotions or so of feeling overwhelmed, when did they start to develop? Did it happen on the spot or has it gradually worsened?
Well, it's been progressive, yeah, but having said that, I could state that it worsened in the past several months, possibly like the last 3 or 4 months. I used to, have some work that I had to do, and since then, I was not able to get back to my normal schedule.
Uh-huh. That must be quite a tiring and pressuring moment you've gone through. Do you have anyone at present whom you share your home with, or any friends or relatives with whom you're close enough to speak to?
I live alone. Well, I have some friends, but I don't usually share these sort of thoughts with anybody. I just don't feel like being a nuisance to people. I just feel like they'll think I'm bad and don't want to be my friend if they hear my problems.
That's really logical, which is why many people think the same thing. I'm relieved that you have arrived at the point today where you're able to do something to attempt to alter the way in which you've been feeling. Now, switching gears a little bit, how about your physical health state? Do you at present use any drugs or are under treatment for any ailment or condition at all?
I have complaints physically. I just can't do too much physically, and I have I have like been suffering with a sore throat and earaches, and I can't talk and sound right. I mean, physically okay, but I guess mentally I've been more stressed recently than before. It's task by task, hour by hour, sometimes minute by minute. Some days I can get on with it. Other days I'm like impossible to concentrate or even get out of bed sometimes. I just want to just cover my head and not get up. And I'm not at any medications. However, I have contemplated advice someone regarding the matter.
Okay, I appreciate your honesty. Let me make my closing remark. It does not require skill to claim when things are unsettling. You have to scale up in days where you actually felt like the lowest you could envision or consider self-harm. That's what we want to avoid.
Yeah, I have noticed that there are rare instances where I feel really down and I have to remind myself that something can change. But I haven't acted on those feelings. I attempt to power through them, but sometimes it is rather difficult.
I honestly felt kind of scared after reading those. I'm glad to know that you followed through with them. You have already done a good thing seeking help. Moving forward, what can be the outcome or change that you would like to see occur? Of these sessions, are there any particular goals that you would like to work on or come out of the session with?
Maybe I'd like to have a greater say in how I feel and gain control of stress in my life. I'd also like to engage in activities that make me feel closer to my friends without having to think that I'm an inconvenience to them.
Those are meaningful goals. Combined, we may identify how to develop coping skills and decrease stress and lack of support within relationships. Finally, before we get to the end of the interview, do you have any other concerns or questions you'd like to ask me?
I don't believe that there is more to add for now. It helps me that they've gotten better all on their own. Honestly, I feel a little lighter just from speaking about it.
I'm really glad to hear that. I was blessed to be able to talk with you today. Are there any other things you'd like to share with me? The last thing we do is sum it up what we talked about and next come up with a plan on your particular case. We'll come up with a treatment plan. How do I get to feel more in charge, and whether there is other elements that you would want to discover for yourself or other areas we should explore. In case anything arises before the next time we're going to meet, don't hesitate to contact me.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Take care, and we'll be in touch soon. You're not alone in this. We'll work through it together.
Thank you.